This time I will show you what I did to Dell Optiplex 390 from previous video. Of course, I started with cleaning. I cleaned this Optiplex, starting from CPU cooler, ending with speaker and power button. I will remind you about specifications of this small form factor monster, starting with processor, equipped with i5-2500, 4 RAM, 8GB of DDR3, dual 4GB sticks, and basically that's about it. Integrated graphics and stock 240W 80 plus gold power supply. Nothing special. But now with upgrades. What I changed in this Optiplex on budget. Starting with all-time favorite question. Does Dell Optiplex 390 supports 16GB of RAM or just 8GB? You probably googled Optiplex 390 max RAM, and there you get answer that Optiplex supports maximum of 8GB. But if you dig deeper, then you probably found that H61 chipset supports maximum of 16GB of RAM. But at official Intel website, there is info that 2nd gen Intel processors supports 32GB of DDR3 RAM. So I installed 2 sticks of 16GB each to see if this Optiplex will recognize 32GB of RAM. And for my surprise, this Optiplex turned on just fine, with working 32GB of DDR3 memory. But soon enough I downgraded to 16GB of memory, because this Optiplex can't really get use of all 32GB, and I needed those sticks for other projects. But now you know that this Optiplex 390 supports maximum of 32GB of RAM. But be aware that RAM's max speed is only 1333 MHz. And as for graphics card, I put in ZOTAC GT 710, 2GB version from previous video, because you can get this GPU without breaking a bank. But if you want to go to little bit more performance side, then get something like GT 1030. But I didn't have that card on hand, so GT 710 it is. And that's basically it for upgrades. Let's see how this monster performs in games. For starters, I launched BioShock Remastered. Unfortunately, I needed to lower resolution to 720p to get rid of stuttering when cutscenes started, and anti-aliasing I needed to turn off because I get about 20 FPS boost. So average frame rate was 85.1 FPS, minimum was 45.9 FPS, and maximum was 113.4 FPS. Matter of resolution, but I still enjoyed the game. Next up is Fallout New Vegas. I know, this game is not officially 15 years old to be counted as retro game, but guys, it's only 1 year question. Fallout I run in 1080p in high quality preset. Fallout average get 50.8 FPS, minimum of 11.8 FPS, and maximum was 62.2 frames per second. Of course, here and there was some stuttering, but that's only because how game itself was built. Follow-up was Halo 2 in 1080p, low preset, and fidelity effects set to balance. Dell managed to average 33.3 frames per second, minimum of 26.8 FPS, and maximum of 47.7 FPS. Halo 2 managed to hit both CPU and GPU to maximum performance. In Resident Evil 4, again, I needed to set resolution to 720p to get game playable. Other settings set to high, and anti-aliasing set to 2x. Game's average frame rate was 45.1 FPS and minimum 28 FPS. but maximum was 60.4 FPS. This game itself is fixed to 60 FPS, or you can change it to 30 FPS, but otherwise, game was playable. Not really enjoyable, but playable. Next was Left 4 Dead 2 in 1080p medium preset. Average frame rate was 54.8 FPS, minimum was 28.6 FPS, and maximum was 69.3 frames per second. You can really enjoy this game without any stutters or lags, even when you get surrounded by zombie horde. Good old Team Fortress 2 game who was ahead of its time, but still with big community. So Team Fortress 2 Optiplex run in 1080p highest settings. Game's average frame rate was 82.9 FPS, minimum was 38.1 FPS, and maximum was 244.2 frames per second. And as for another shooter game, Call of Duty 4 is still a great example that old games still isn't that bad after all. I run Call of Duty 4 in normal settings preset. Computer averaged 77.1 FPS, minimum was 42.3 FPS, and maximum was 92.4 FPS. Next was Half-Life 2 in 1080p highest settings and anti-aliasing set to 2x MSAA. Average frame rate was 132.7 FPS, minimum was 82.2 FPS, and maximum was 173.8 FPS. Nothing else to add, just that game was buttery smooth. Last but not least, Minecraft. And guys, Minecraft was released to play in 2009, so officially it's retro game. Minecraft set to 1080p and render distance set to 8 chunks. Average frame rate was 94.5 FPS, where minimum was 48.4 FPS and maximum was 160.5 FPS. I can only add that processor struggled a little bit when far distance needed to be rendered, but otherwise game run as expected. As for conclusion, well, CPU did its job pretty well for its age, but I can't say the same for the graphics card. I can say only one thing, the GT 1030 would be pretty big performance jump, but otherwise I'll still be playing old titles on this old Dell Optiplex 390, and I'll be using this computer for light work as well, like researching things, browsing on internet, and writing video scripts, something like that. At the end, I'd say pretty nice performance for 25 euros. And if you need some computer for light work, then these models are way to go. And of course, thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe.